right, everybody. Now we're on to something that I think is very, very important: the importance of applying action in branding yourself. Um, there are certain keywords, and I've got them listed down below here, that I think every person, when they come into online business, I don't think it really matters what business they do. If they implement these things and keep them in line and keep this in the back of your head, it's going to point you in the right direction. I don't care what business you do. To be perfectly honest, y'all, what business you promote is not as important as what you think about your business. Now, think about that because it is you that is going to be the backbone behind that business. It's going to be you that are branding you into that business. The ones who are not thinking that way, the ones who don't get all the things I've got written down here below, are the ones who are going to struggle. They are going to get mad. They're going to be the ones spending thousands of dollars, and in 6 months from now, and y'all, I hate to say it, you see it in the Power Lead Systems Facebook group. If you've been around any time at all, I see it. I see it. I hate to see it. They've been in for 6 months. I spent thousands of dollars. Why ain't this working? I don't get it. Why ain't it working? People join people. Get that in your head. I don't think that's ever going to change. The people who try to put a business together while keeping them out of it. If you think you are going to get rich while hiding behind a landing page sales page, branding someone else by spending thousands of dollars, they don't get a chance to meet you. They don't even know who you are. What I consider failure is when you sponsor somebody and you are in the Facebook group and you can be messaging beside them and they don't even know who you are. That is terrible. And I think branding yourself is probably the top one thing that you could ever do for your business. As far as what you can do for your business, I would say branding yourself is number one. Applying action and branding yourself to me go hand in hand, to be perfectly honest. The first part of this, I will be talking about applying action. Initially, when I sent Michael Price letting them know what I was going to do, I was going to put the importance of applying action. But I have literally preached about the importance of branding yourself. And because I do find them closely knit together, I decided to do this video for both, as opposed to having two videos that are shorter ones. I really think these things just fit too good together. I'd hate for somebody to watch one and not get the other, to be perfectly honest. So let's go ahead and get started, y'all. Okay. You have got to know these things are fact. Okay. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you, because of me being about 19 years old, me coming from an Amway background for a year at most, I guess. My dad was in Amway. I was too broke to even make any money at that time, anything back then that days. But I read the right kind of books that got me thinking the right way. I had learned that a lot of the things that I learned back then have come to now and in my mind at 44 years old or 42 years old, whenever I got into online business, those things were right. Those books I read when I was 19 years old that literally put a fire underneath me, a lot of the exact same things I've learned today. And it seems to me that new people that get into online business, maybe they missed this era. I don't know. But I see so many people, they sign up to a business, they're excited. But here's the problem. Their first question is, where do I buy traffic? And that's it. That's it. If people join people, you're missing a huge part. Okay? I am not putting down paid advertising. I'm just saying do it correctly. Brand you in the process. Okay? Now, when I'm done with this, you'll understand why all this goes together and why it makes so much sense. Okay? Number one, applying action is the answer to growing. That's common sense, right? If I'm not getting out the people and getting seen, I'm not going to grow. Period. So let's move to the second one. It is the answer to becoming a great sponsor and an effective teacher, leader. To be honest, if you apply action, you learn so many things, y'all. If you know that you apply action, I'm not going to quit. If that's all you know, You will blow the doors off of so many leaders and so many teachers or other people around you who are sponsoring. Maybe I should put it that way. Because most of them don't apply action and learn that way. But y'all, I can tell you there's something magical about when you apply action. And to be perfectly honest, you're not going to do everything right. I don't even care if I screw up. If I screw up and I know I'm not going to quit, I know I'm not going to quit. I'm not just saying, oh, I'm not going to quit. No, I mean, it is dug in my brain. I know I'm not going to quit. Then when I do screw up, I've learned something. And you know what I've learned? Screwing up or not screwing up, one is as valuable as the other. If God put a thought in my mind, and I believe that God put it there for a reason, that maybe I needed to apply action in that direction and learn from it. If it didn't work, it's not like, oh, I quit. I quit. So many people, you got to get tough, man. You got to be tough. Online business is not hard, but a lot of you just don't think the right way. You see what I'm saying? You're missing some of the elements. So it is the answer to becoming a great sponsor and an effective teacher because by the things you apply action, these things never leave your mind, y'all. Once you're out there in the trenches and you learn something, you try this what ifs. What if I try this? I don't know, it might work. Boom. Next thing you know, it's a part of a game plan, something I do every day now because of something I tried by applying action. You don't think you wouldn't be a really good teacher to teach your downline what that is? And when they ask you a question, you know what? I will tell you this too, y'all. Just because I personally, and I'm not putting down Craigslist, I've got people, I've got sponsored people, I've got friends that do good in Craigslist, and that's an avenue that people could do good in. I personally, I didn't do that well in it. I got people to come in, there were leads, I just got none to ever convert. Hundreds of leads from Craigslist. So I'm proud to see these people that make it work for them. But me personally, I would tell somebody, for me personally, I couldn't get Craigslist to work. I'm not telling you not to do it. I think it could be a great way for you if you're willing to, focus it that one way and master that one way. Learn what you need to do to make it work. That's the answer with any avenue. If it's Craigslist, if it's Facebook, if it's YouTube, if it's solo ads, if it's email marketing, some major amounts, whatever it is, y'all, somebody has made it down every avenue I just described. Applying action, staying focused, knowing I'm not going to quit and I'm going to master this. I'm going to blow the doors off of this business. People are going to hear me, they're going to feel me, they're going to relate to me, and I'm going to brand me into that business. When you think like that, and you get to the point that you don't care what anybody thinks about your business, you don't care what your friends are going to say or think about you on Facebook, and you don't care if somebody sees you on YouTube. Those elements have to take place. If you're missing any of those elements, how are you going to be a huge beacon for your business? You are not. You can't be. You've got hangups. You've got hangups from your timelines on Facebook. You know what? Sometimes what I consider roadblocks is getting over whatever is holding your hangup back. Sometimes they're simple answers. They're thinking out of the box. If I cannot, if my grandma's on my Facebook account and I've got all my friends from school and I don't want them to see what I'm doing, guess what? Go get another Facebook account. Solution fixed. Problem fixed. You see what I'm saying? It's not hard. Sometimes you just got to think out of the box. Get good at learning how to get over roadblocks. Apply action. Stay focused and learn as you go. Okay? It is the answer to whether or not you make it or not. Absolutely, y'all. I'm going to go ahead and tell you that. You will never. Okay, and I'll tell you what. Find me somebody who did incredible in their profession that did it without applying action. Just let me know. Find me on Facebook and send me some people that have done incredible in their profession without applying action. You're not gonna find it. Nobody at the top of their game. Of course, applying action is always the answer to anything, just about to become good at what you're doing. How important is it? I named my Facebook group after it. I didn't do that for no reason, y'all. My Facebook group is called Action Takers Success Group. It's the first two words. How important is it? I named my Facebook group after it. It's a brand of me. That's how important it is. Okay? Again, I could teach you a lot of different things, y'all. And a lot of these my videos may be a little bit longer. I don't know how other leaders are doing it, but these are things that meant a lot to me. And you need to hear it. And I picked these ones for a specific reason because these are the keys. These are the keys, not just to Power Lead systems, to any business. Okay? I'm telling you that. Too many people are excited about a business and sign up, and then they stand there like they have paralysis. They can't think, they can't talk, they can't even move after signing up. And worse, after standing there where they got paralysis, they will blame their sponsor for their failures. I've seen that, y'all. If you're not going to apply action, and if you're not going to get out and get seen, you're not going to tell people what you think about your business, you're not going to brand yourself and be a beacon for that business, how much are you really going to do in that business? How well can you do? You've already strapped yourself. You've made the decisions. You spent money and you're excited about something, but you're hoping you're going to hide behind a landing page sales page and become rich with nobody knowing who you are. If people join people, how's that going to work? If you want to be like Frank Calabro, Rob Frazier, and the other people that's up here, right? If we branded ourselves and we apply a whole lot of action and we knew we weren't going to quit, if you're not doing what we're doing, how are you ever going to be there? You're not. You're not. The number one thing you can do, y'all, and I learned this a while back, y'all, watch what a leader does. Someone that has what you want, someone that has what you want to have, y'all. That's the ones you need to listen to. Watch what they do. Some, to be perfectly honest, some leaders, you're better off to watch what they do than to listen to what they say. The beautiful thing about making it an online business is you have to get seen. These leaders got seen every step of the way. Most of them branded themselves every step of the way. I did. I fell into it. I didn't even know I was branding myself. I started online business and I took off like a freaking jet. And I didn't even look back. I thought all the new people that came in the same time I did, I thought they were doing what I was doing. Not even close. They were standing there with paralysis. They were excited standing there doing nothing. I got out with nothing more than my phone and a $4 stand and was going crazy making YouTube videos. I got into the big ocean of Facebook, which is an ocean of people, and started standing out. That's what Facebook is, y'all. It's not about getting seen. If you got a group with 150,000 people in it, do you really think you're going to post something and not get seen? Of course you're going to get seen. Are you going to stand out? Are you going to be a bad commercial? That's up to you. Do you want to know how to get good at Facebook? When you understand that I'm here to learn how to stand out from these other people around me. There's this old saying, observe the masses and do the opposite. Do you know what the answer to Facebook is? Sincerity. Sincerity is the answer. Nobody tries it anymore. Back in the 80s, they knew it was a given. The books I read was nothing but sincerity, commitment, sacrifice, belief in what you're doing. Yet here we are today. I signed up. I can't do nothing. Shh, don't tell nobody. Let's go spend a lot of money and brand someone else. That's their idea. That's not the path to take. And you sure as heck aren't going to be like these people that you want to be like. Do what they're doing. Don't. It'd be stupid to think that you're going to get there any other way. Too many people are excited about a business and sign up and stand there like they have paralysis. That's your choice, y'all. And if you want to put your sponsor down, if you've signed up under a leader who's already been proven and has made it, and you're planning on blaming them, I don't know what your intentions were. But I can tell you this, it's your business. It's your business. If your sponsor is the reason for your failure, then it's not your business. It's their business, apparently. You got to be accountable for your own actions. You got to be a huge beacon, or it's not going to work. Not going to work. You know what? I'm going to tell you the honest truth right here, y'all. I wish it was fair that you could apply a little bit of action. I wish you could do 50% of the work and got paid 50% of what you should get. That would be fair. Don't that sound like it'd be fair? If I did 50% of the work, it don't work like that, y'all. 50% might get you a sale or two. Now, 90%, to be perfectly honest, 90%, if I got, it still doesn't work. It takes 110%. It takes everybody in the crowd with that one person that's standing head and shoulders above them, the ones who just let go, the one that gets on videos like this on YouTube and just let go. I don't care who sees my videos. I don't care what anybody thinks about my business. I don't need them. My, you know what? When I got to the point where I didn't care no more, that's when everything changed. When I got, I hate to say it, when I got pissed off with it, that's when Facebook went crazy. That's where my number one day of having 10 leads went to 36 leads overnight because I started writing content that meant something. People could sense it, they could feel it, and that made a difference. Are you there? Are you ever going to get there? I don't know. Applying action is just as much of it because if I've got all this inside of me and I'm excited, but I'm not getting out and getting seen, I can't grow. Nobody's going to see it. Can you imagine having something beautiful inside of you that people would love to relate to you with? When you believe in something, y'all, it comes out. There's no script in it. You just let it go. Let it go. It's beautiful. And some of y'all are standing there with paralysis and you've got the answers in you. Let me tell you something, y'all. When I started making it, and I started making a lot of YouTube videos, and I really started letting go, I was really feeling the businesses I was in. Do you know the number of people who messaged me? And the emails I got, these were the longest emails you have ever seen in your life. People that my husband is broke his back, he broke his leg, he's home, he can't work, our social security is cut off. I need this to work more than anything. My kids, I mean, we're talking real stories that are real. People need this to work. They believed in the business. They're telling me how much they love the business, how long they've been doing it, how much they need this. You're talking about the longest emails I ever read in my life. As much as I appreciate it, I almost got tired of reading them. And you know what the problem is? I'm not the one that needed to hear this. Their leads needed to hear this. Their members needed to hear this. Their Facebook groups could appreciate it hearing this from this person. Letting go is the answer. They had it bottled up, hoping they're going to be guru guy and thinking it was going to make some kind of impression. People join people. You know what they want when someone joins something? This is God's honest truth, y'all. They want someone that believes in what they do and it's going to be accessible. You don't have to have six-figure income sitting up here posting every day. You can have someone making six-figure incomes, having the boringest videos you've ever seen in your life, and I could come into that business, spend 2 days, get excited about it, and just get out and start just letting go, telling people what I think about the bullet points of that business, right? And I guarantee you, I will blow the freaking doors off that person that sits there with that six-figure income sitting up there with the most boring presentation you ever seen in your life. I'm telling you, sincerity is the answer. Applying action so people can see it is it. All right. So blaming their sponsor for their failures, that's a good one. I would rather start from day one just knowing two things. I've already said this. If I'm not getting out and getting seen, I'm not going to grow, and people join people. Having a business I believe in, and then just start getting out to the people, applying action and learn as you go. Now, this is real important, y'all. I would rather do this than to get a degree in business before starting to get out to the people and to open my mouth. Some people, y'all, and you know what? I almost fell for this. When I first got in online business, I took I think it was about 35 pages worth of notes because I didn't realize anything. I was so green, right? It was my first time ever stepping in online business. I was excited about it, but I hadn't even signed up and I took 35 pages worth of notes. Y'all realize at that time, and I think a lot of y'all maybe in that, I thought that maybe I was doing what I was supposed to do. I wanted to be really good at what I did. Do you know if I was excited and believed in the business, and I just like I said, two things I only knew: if I'm not getting seen, I will not grow, and people join people. And or understand sincerity. Sincerity was the answer. I got that right almost from day one when I joined the online business and got in the Facebook group. Do you know that if I would focus at just getting out to Facebook and had those two things in mind, that everything else would fall into place. And you know, because I apply action, that I learned all the things I needed to learn by applying action, how much stronger of a leader it would make me. That's really what it's all about, y'all. I don't think you can be, I'll re-say that, I know you can't. You cannot be a strong leader by theory, by reading something that someone other leader made it their way. That's real important. The other leader made it their way, and you read about it. But you haven't applied the actions. You haven't made it your own. You didn't learn to make it work for you your way. I don't think it's going to make you a really good leader, to be perfectly honest. You read some stuff, but it's so much different between getting in the trenches and learning to make it work for you. And I'm telling y'all, the things you learn that way will never leave your head. It will stick in there forever. You'll be the best teacher for it. And applying action, once again, is always the answer. All right. The reason this is so important is because you learn to make it work for you by your actions. You literally learn to make it work for you your way. Again, if I was taking someone else's training, and that's fine. You got to realize Rob Fraser learned to make it work for him his way. Frank learned to make it work for him his way. Franco, and if I skip some people, I apologize. These are just the ones I know personally the best. If every person has learned to make it work for them, they learn to make it work for them their way by applying action. I'm not telling you shouldn't learn from these people. That's a great job. I'm just telling you until you apply action, it's theory. That's exactly what I'm telling you. Until you put the work in, get in the trenches, knowing you're not going to quit, and focus in whichever way you want to focus at, that's when everything will start falling into place. Okay? That's exactly what most people don't get. By me applying action, I learn to make it work for me my way. When I'm starting to get results because of the actions I put in, then I'm seeing realistically a way that I'm making it work my way. And that's what a lot of people don't get, y'all. They miss that. This is not a theory. What you learned this way is something that you sticks with you forever, and you can teach it like you wouldn't believe, literally. I cannot state to you the importance of applying action. I don't know if I can say it in words, to be perfectly honest. I can make an hour video on this alone, to be perfectly honest. I thought when I got into online business, was doing what I was doing. Let me read it. I thought when I got into online business, everyone was doing what I was doing. Missed the word there. They weren't. I was killing them, and they were just standing there. I said that earlier. Apply action with focus at one business and at one way. At one business, now think about this, y'all. If I focus here and I focus here in different directions, and what's going to happen when I'm focusing over here is this business is starting to get a little bit of neglect. Vice versa. If I focus over here, this one, to me personally, I think that the more that you focus directly at what you're doing, now it could be a sales funnel that maybe has a couple of them together or something like that. I'm not knocking that. I'm just saying anytime you're taking your attention away from it, it's going to go downhill. Now I'm going to teach you something real quick, y'all. This is called the metal shavings and the magnet. What you think about this? Let's say that your goals in life, or for that business, whatever that could be, it could be lead numbers, it could be financially where you want to get at, or whatever it is, right? Let's say these metal shavings are on the other side of this table that I'm at right here, right? They're a long ways away. And I've got this magnet, and I'm focused at it. I'm pointing the magnet down like this, right? And you know what? To be perfectly honest, I know that those metal shavings are feeling it and it's coming, but you know what? It's going to take a while. And to be honest, it usually takes longer than we like for it to happen. For those metal shavings, my goals sitting on the other side of this table to be reached. Now, while they're starting to come over here, I can't even see it. Don't even look like they're moving yet, right? Okay, I'm focused here. What happens now? I'm going to take the magnet and point it over here. Those metal shavings wanted to get to me. They were trying to get me. But what happened? They quit because my focus quit from here and went over here. So now I'm pointing over here at this. Okay, now let's point over here at this for a little while. Am I getting any closer to reaching my goals for that business? Some of y'all, if you would have stayed focused in that business, you wouldn't needed to jump to that business and that business. Some of y'all think that the business, the new one that you got coming out, oh, this is the answer or something. Well, there was nothing wrong with the one that you're in. What did all these businesses have in common? You. Where's the failure point taking place? You focus at getting out to people, staying focused at that one business, and you're going to see results, y'all. To be honest, if you believe in the business, you get out to people and you just let go, you show people that you're sincere, you become a beacon for that business. I don't care what the business is. I don't think you can do that, not to the point that I'm talking, and not make it. That's the honest truth. So, all right. Apply action with focusing at one business and one way of getting out to people. Again, if the answer to focusing is business is one business, the answer of getting out to people is the same way. There's no difference. It's almost like once you learn how to think right, all things make sense. Everything makes sense. Okay? So one way of getting out to people, knowing you're not going to quit. Again, not just say it, know it. This is literally the keys to any business. If I sign up to a business, I want you to listen to this real good. This is I'm not trying to be cocky or confident. I'm confident, I guess, because I know this works. If I sign my name up to a business and I get out to you to tell you I'm doing this business, I already know I'm gonna blow the doors off the business because I've got the keys. I've already said to myself, I believe in this business. This business is going to go down the path I'm trying to take. I'm gonna put the work in. I'm gonna apply action. I'm gonna stay focused, and I'm gonna make it work. People are gonna hear me, and that's all it is. Once I made that decision, y'all, next three business I joined in the first 90 days, I'd gone over 10,000 plus a month. And let's see, the one of them I got into 13,000. My first goal was to hit 7,000 a month, y'all. I was like, that's absolutely incredible. I was already free from a job. If I can just get 7,000, that'd be awesome. 7,000. I'd never hit 100,000 a month. That would be right there at it, right? I almost doubled my goal by that third month. I was hitting 13,000 plus. Shortly after the next business, I was making over $40,000 in a month. That was my first month in the business. 31,000 in 13 days, y'all. All right. Just want to let you know these are the keys. Why am I up here? Because, well, two things, to be perfectly honest. Number one, I'm a practice what I preach person. I'm telling you the answers. To be perfectly honest, if I gave you every answer in the world, just like I'm giving you right now, right? I promise you I'm giving you everything I can tell you. Even if you knew all this, I don't have to worry about Facebook and YouTube become saturated in that business, whatever business we did together, because 99% of you won't do it anyhow. You won't apply the action. I don't have to worry about that. I wish you would. I really do. I wish most of y'all would. Some of y'all, you still have your hangups and you won't get over your hangups. Okay? Let me see here. I will say this real quick, talking about hangups. I think this is pretty important. Hangups to me are going to be, not just talking about your family and friends on Facebook and scared of what they think and things of that nature. Go get your roadblocks over it. Do whatever you got to do. YouTube channel, y'all, just let go. I want people to see me. If you think about it, you didn't go to school with these people. They don't know you as friends. You didn't work with them. All these people know you as the Power Lead Systems guy. Ain't that a great brand to have for yourself, or whatever that business is? First time they get to meet you is by that. That's exactly what you want. That's exactly what they're looking for. Yes, I hope you do get seen. That's the whole point. Your hangups is you are slowing yourself down. It's time to expect more, y'all. God wants you to have a lot out of life, and you're the one slowing yourself down. If hitting a video, you see me down here in the bottom corner, right? Okay. If you have a hang up, maybe you think you're too old, you're too ugly, you're too bald, you don't speak good enough English, you're missing an ear. I'm partially blind. I don't keep me from mashing the record button to let people go. I'm gonna tell you the honest truth, y'all. Whatever you think your hangups are, most people don't even care. But if you did have a hangup that somebody just noticed, after about the first 2 seconds, if you believe in your business and just let go, do you know that they're going to see that? Do you know why it's going to stand out? Because belief is a universal language. That's the honest truth. Belief is a universal language. That's what they're going to see. If you were missing an ear, come after about the first 10 minutes, they can't wait to see your next video. If you believe in what you're doing and you just let go. Get over your hangups. Your hangups are your problems. Applying action, getting over your hangups. That's it. Let's see, this is going to be branding yourself, okay? This is a part 2. Branding yourself. I remember a guy named Tim, one of the businesses I was in. I remember asking him what was the most important thing. I was just curious what he'd say. And he's like, branding yourself. And to be perfectly honest, I was a little shocked because I figured it'd be something like, he wanted me to upgrade in his business or something because that was the business we were doing or something. It wasn't. He was giving me the answers. Branding yourself. I was still so green. I didn't even know what branding yourself really was, to be honest. I thought it was a really cool thing to say, oh, I get that yet, but I really didn't understand. Okay, so branding yourself is going to be a very big part of this video. Number one, every step of everything I do in the Facebook world and in the YouTube world is branding me. Every step. Okay, so you got to think about this. I accidentally fell into this from day one when I got an online business because I was applying action, sitting there with my, like I said, an old S3 phone. And all I could tell people was what I found. I was excited about it, what it meant to me, what it would mean to me and my little boy. And then I showed them a way in. And that's all I could do. I didn't script anything. I just mashed the record button, ran around and sat down real quick. I couldn't even edit it out, the stuff. And you know what? Looking back at those videos now, I'm not going to say I did a lot of things right, but you know what? I was applying action. I was branding me every step of the way. And that guy was on fire. And even looking back now, I can still see that. Those are elements that will blow you out the freaking water in any business. Okay? I've never had a day that I wasn't doing this very thing. How much do you think that is worth? Again, I didn't stand there with paralysis, branding someone else, spending thousands of dollars. I didn't spend a dime, and I just got out into the Facebook world and YouTube using free real estate. Free real estate, because that's really what YouTube is. Come get as much real estate as you want. Go brand yourself into any business. Let people connect directly to you. That is a haven. It is a given. It is free. I'm not going to tell you that you have to do YouTube, okay? I'm not going to say that. But I will tell you this. I don't know anybody who's made it in online business who did not have a presence in YouTube. Did you want to be that special snowflake to try it without it? Go right ahead, I guess. But when I only got to mash record button because I believe in it and get content out there every day, count me in. I'm not going to lock that. I'm not going to leave that behind. That'd be stupid. Stupid to do. Okay. Let's see here. Number 2. Want to know why many people spend thousands of dollars and then after 6 months to a year are asking for help and wonder why they aren't making it in the business? And here I am not spending a dime on anything and blowing the doors off of the same business. Well, I just told you. I'm branding me every step of the way. I apply action every day, and I got comfortable getting out into places that the people were not in my business. This is real important, y'all. If you are sitting in the Facebook group for Power Lead Systems every day, and that's all you do all day long from the time the sun goes up to the time the sun goes down, you're not getting out the people that are not in the business, whatever way, form, or fashion, you're not doing it. Guess what? You are really nothing more than a cheerleader for my people. The people I'm bringing in. I appreciate you standing there being a cheerleader, but wouldn't it be really nice if you were getting out, not making it just a social club? I always look at this way, y'all, percentage wise. 85% of the time, if not 90% of the time, when I was really getting out the people, when I first started online business, working my tail off getting out the people, I say 85, 90% of the time, I was comfortable getting out and getting seen in places that the people were not in my business. In my case, it was work at home, work from home opportunities, those Facebook groups I was posting in. You ain't got to like that. I don't care what you're doing. Pick whatever way you want to get out to people. Don't get hung up on how I do it. I want you to pick one and focus at it and master it. Knowing you're not going to quit. I don't care which way you pick. I'm not against paid advertisement. I keep telling people that. Just do it right. Make sure you're branding someone. You, the biggest PR guy you ever going to have, the biggest cheerleader you ever find in your business is you. If people join people, don't leave that person out. See what I'm saying? All right. So once again, I was just talking about people stand there and they're wondering why it's not working for them, and then I am applying action and branding myself is the answer. Okay. Branding yourself is always the answer. These are the words that I think should always be used in representing you in your business. It will never change, y'all. These are always the words that come to the top. Belief, branding yourself, applying action, commitment. Commitment, y'all. You know what I'm saying? What is commitment? Commitment means I disconnected this network 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago, once I realized that it was going to cause conflict and get in the way because I wanted to watch SpongeBob or something stupid with my little little boy that was going to keep me from getting free from a job. I was working 65 hours a week, 40 hours every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. My son couldn't even stay in the same house as me. And for some reason, I thought that was okay back then. Commitment means cutting that off. Commitment means I can't watch TV until I do whatever I need to do. Whatever way if I didn't make a video every day, if I didn't get into the Facebook groups I'm supposed to post in, if I didn't do my 5 comments on my timeline in the Facebook group, I don't get a chance to watch what I want to watch. It's discipline also. I ought to put that up there. Sacrifice. Y'all, I can already tell you, nobody in online business makes it that they don't sacrifice something. I don't care who you are, if it's either time, money, or both. Probably both. You're going to sacrifice something to make it. Anybody that has, if you're watching videos from anybody who's done any training, I don't care who they are, and what business, I guarantee you they've done some sacrificing. If you're not willing to do that, you're not going to make it. Focus. Y'all, it's just like I said earlier. Pick one way of getting out to people, focus it at one way, knowing I'm not going to quit, and master that way. Master it. No one will master it. That's really it. I'm going to call that the Tim Chisanis rule, because to be perfectly honest, I was already applying action. I was trying to do 10 things at one time, right? I was not focused. He saw that. He saw I was getting results. He saw I was excited. He told me if I focused at one way of getting out to people, just like I just told you, and just master that one way. You know what else he told me? He told me not to come back and say anything or ask him for anything until I made $500 in commissions. Do you know how quick I went up? That's when it went, seriously, y'all, Facebook, because I focused at Facebook. I quit doing YouTube for a while. I need to focus at what he said. I believed it. Sometimes God will tell you something, and you know when it's happening that it's there for a reason. I'm hearing this because I needed to hear this. That was it. That was the turning point. That was me getting free from a job, y'all. Last week of October of 2014, less than 3 years from right now, last week of October 2014 to May 7th, 2015, I got free from a job with an S3 phone, a $4 stand, and a Facebook account. Focus is the answer. Even Tim that was in the business, I was doing twice often what second place was on the leaderboard. I was focused at it. And I let go. I realized that, y'all. I'm giving you the answers. I really am. So Tim, just honest, I can tell you this, y'all. Without Tim, I'm not sure that I would have got free from a job. Because I was, like too many people, spread myself too thin in 10 different directions. I'm going to learn how to do solo ads. I'm going to learn how to do, email marketing. I'm going to learn how to everything. Guess what? The whole time that I was focusing, everybody else was doing that, I was focusing at one way, getting the job done. And because of that, that's what caused me to get free. So thank God, because without Tim Chisanis doing that, I don't know if I wouldn't have got burned out and quit, like so many people you see do. Trying to do too many things, not getting anything accomplishment. A month later, you're starting to see that excitement level start to burn down and starting to die out because of lack of focus. And you know what, y'all? Everything I'm telling y'all, do you understand? If this was a real business, it would be common sense. Some of y'all treat this differently because it's online. Y'all, I can tell you, I live in a small town. I make more money than the people that own the businesses beside me. Why would you treat this any differently? It's a real business. Being relentless. This is my newest one I've added. For some reason, it just clicked in my head one day. If I'm doing YouTube, I tell you when it happened, y'all. Because I wanted to become a number one for the businesses I was doing in YouTube, right? So what did I have to do? I learned a few little tricks. Some, of course, I've got them teaching you. I'll teach you that as well. Exact same things I do, but I learned a few little tricks that would help me. I felt like it would, and all I had to do was just be relentless at getting out to people. Being relentless. If I am a workhorse at this keyword on YouTube, I don't care how much better somebody else might have been. Unless they, from 2 years ago, now think about it. If this was 2 years ago, they were number one. They got 25,000 views on their video, but they're not doing the business anymore, and they're sitting number one. And I come in here and I just keep hammering away at that, keep hammering away. Next thing you know, what's going to happen? I'm gonna keep scrolling up. I'm gonna be number one. And guess what? Before long, I'm number one, number two, number three, number four. I might even be the top 5 videos for that one keyword for that business. You don't think that ain't worth something? Being relentless, even if someone could possibly potentially have better content, you do realize that's an opinion, right? It's an opinion. One person's content better than another. It's an opinion. So there might be a lot of people that agree with that, but it doesn't mean that they're going to put the work in. Listen, y'all, I can tell you the honest truth right here. If we're sitting at the stoplight and I am a station wagon, a family station wagon with wood grain on the side, you know the type of ugly green, faded from the sunlight, old from the 70s, late 70s, stinks, don't even want to be sitting in it. I pull up at the stoplight and here's a Lamborghini sitting here, a beautiful, incredibly fast, gorgeous Lamborghini. And at this moment, y'all, at this very moment, the light changes. This Lamborghini, I'm sure, would do better than me. Probably blow the doors off of me. But because he doesn't know we're racing, I'm going to blow the doors off of him in a station wagon. That to me is what YouTube is. If I am relentless, if I am the biggest workhorse you have ever seen in your life, I will outwork anyone at what I'm doing at that time. That is how I become number one. And what was it, 25 times out of the first 2 pages. In the last business at YouTube, I was up there. 25 out of the first, I don't even do that business anymore. Last I saw, I sponsored 60 some people, and I hadn't even promoted it. 60 some people from just my YouTube, from the residual, from the work I put in, from being relentless and a workhorse. Yes, it takes work, y'all. Sincerity, again, I popped into the Facebook group almost immediately telling people I found the answer. I know that the administrator probably thought it was crazy. I said the answer is sincerity. And I realized that was true with Facebook or YouTube. It didn't matter. Just being sincere and letting go. Letting go. Learn to think the right way and have a backbone about what you do. Be a huge beacon for your business. Okay. I am the biggest PR guy for my business. I already said that a few minutes ago. And do not underestimate this in yellow for a reason. Be a huge beacon for your business, y'all. Okay. I am the biggest cheerleader for my business that I will ever have. People need to hear what I say. People need to hear what I think about my business. People need to see that I believe in it. People need to see me in the Facebook group. People need to see that this new person who sent me here that I believed, that was really excited about it. I could tell it by the landing page. It's painting that picture I keep talking about. Landing page. Look at that guy sitting there with his hand out. Impressive. Who loves a business. Goes to a sales page. Hopefully issue, giving a presentation, but if not, that's okay too. Good presentation. Followed up by a great follow-up email that was very personable. A picture of me and my little boy sitting there. Welcome them into the group. Expecting them, I'm sorry, welcome them into being a lead, for the group or for the business. I expect them to get in the business. They can tell that by the follow-up email. I teach that as well, right? It's in the training here too. Expectations. You get out of life what you expect to get. If you don't expect much, you won't get much. I expect them to get in this business. I tell them I look forward to them. I give them the call to actions. Go ahead and, at minimum, y'all, go ahead and sign up. Go ahead and friend me on Facebook, and I will personally welcome you into these Facebook groups. You need to be around these 41,600 people that love this business. Really get a chance to see what this thing can do for you. When you believe in your business, that comes across. That's exactly what this is, y'all. Belief, applying action, sincerity, all the key words I just told y'all. It plays together. And now, because I'm posting my Facebook group, I'm finishing that painting. They get to see I'm the real deal. I'm the person they want to be sponsored underneath. That's what you need to be. You need to be the person that you would want to be sponsored underneath. Someone that believes in their business and is accessible. Let's see here. Big note. I hate to say this, y'all. I hadn't said any cuss words at all in any of my videos, but it's just got to be said, and it's not a bad cuss word. Big note. I don't give a damn what anyone thinks about my business. Okay, you got to get like that. You got to get like that. A lot of times people are brand new, and when they don't like a business you're doing, they're gonna go tell them blah 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 stuff like that. I can tell you, I have got downline that use power lead systems and do businesses that I wouldn't touch with a 20-foot pole, right? It is not my place to tell them what they should and should not do. If they ask me my opinion, I'd probably tell them. I say, you know what? To be perfectly honest, it ain't for me. I don't know about this. This seems a little. I just can't get behind this business. I'd say something like that to them. If they asked me, 99% of the times they wouldn't ask me, and I'd be willing to even help them make their pages for it. That's my job in Power Lead Systems. Get these people using their tools for businesses they believe in. Why in the world am I going to shoot down someone else that could have been the answer, and their freedom is a business that I didn't care to be part of? To be perfectly honest, the first business I got into, y'all don't know the name of it, I'll never tell them what it is, sucked. But I didn't know that. I didn't know it sucked. To me, it was the most incredible thing. I couldn't sleep. I would go to work and come back with notes in my pockets from where I was writing down notes on napkins, and I had to unleash them at night with laying everywhere. Excuse me. I wouldn't have wanted to hear anybody put down that business. To be perfectly honest, I wouldn't have done that business now looking back. But I evolved, I learned, I grew from it. Maybe that's what these people need to do. Maybe it is the answer for freedom for them. See what I'm saying? So just because somebody don't like what I do, they're not going to put down my business. And if they do, I appreciate it. I hope they do it on Facebook because I know my business better than anybody. Somebody tries to put me down in a post I've done, and I start going back and forth letting them know that I believed in the business, all it's going to do is get me leads like you won't believe, because my post that already believed in something is going to keep the top of that the whole time. And whoever's posting down there below, they're going to get a chance to see. Now, I'm not going to be mean about it. Obviously not. That'd be stupid. But what I will do is let them know that I believe in the business, and it's going to come through. It's going to show through. If somebody, there is never a bad comment ever in when I'm posting in Facebook groups. Never. I don't care what it is. It is a win if it brings me my post back to the top and I get a chance to show that I believe in my business and what I'm doing and give great answers. I can take on anybody. I wouldn't care. It's part of that what I'm saying. You got to have a backbone. You got to be strong for your business. Okay. You cannot be a huge beacon for your business if you are scared what someone else thinks about you, your business, your timeline, Facebook, or seeing you in a video or YouTube or anywhere else. I talked about that a few minutes ago. The sooner you get this, the sooner you don't care what anyone thinks, the sooner you get over your hangups. I just described those. Whatever you think you look like or whatever your issues are, that is when you will start making real content, things that mean something, things that people can and will relate to. Let's learn to simply let go, just let go. And true with YouTube and Facebook, both free avenues of social media where people are just craving to see someone that believes in what they're doing. People will follow you if you don't even know what it is if you believe in it. If you don't believe me, look at Amway in the 80s, y'all. People didn't know what they were going to when they went to those meetings. And look out there and saw this guy was on fire. That's what got them there in the first place. Some of you, it will take getting pissed off with it before you ever get there. Okay? Again, I think this kind of falls back into those people in the Power Lead Systems or other business Facebook groups. 6 months later, spend a lot of money and don't understand why it's not working. This is going to be kind of y'all. Some of you is going to get pissed off with it before you ever get there. Some of you, it will take you wasting thousands of dollars branding someone else. I mean, really think about that. Is that what you want? And some of you will quit before you ever get there. I hate to say that, y'all, but some of you will. And the ones that get pissed off with it, y'all, and just learn to let go, that's when the real content starts coming from. That's what I was saying just a second ago. You will let it get the better part of, they will let it get the better part of them. If you ask me or Frank or Rob or others up here, we can tell you it takes work to build a business, right? I've seen it take a long time for me to make an entire sales funnel that had training pages. And we're talking a lot of content inside this thing, right? Put this thing together right. A lot of content. 19 landing pages. 19 landing pages with me in the videos. Probably a month, to be perfectly honest. All right, so it takes work for me to get everything organized. But no, it's not hard. Why? Because we already do all the above as a given. Doesn't matter how we get out to people. Again, don't matter which way you get out to people. All those words I said, belief, commitment, sacrifice, plan, action, things of that nature. All of that is what we all have in common. And we got a backbone. We're going to stand up for our business. Okay? Big question is, how do you know these people I just mentioned? They brand themselves. That's the answer, y'all. That's how. Now, if they have what you want and you are willing to apply the action and you believe in the businesses you do, why are you not doing exactly what they are doing? See what I'm saying? Again, it goes from you need to watch what they're doing. And if you want to be where they're at, you need to do what they're doing. If they're branding themselves and people join people and you know that, don't leave that out. You aren't, if you aren't branding yourself. Something to really, really think about. All right, y'all, this is going to end this video. I want y'all to really know that the importance of branding yourself and applying action, to me, it is the fuel in the Ferrari. It is the fuel. It is the way. It's the way that people connect with you. It's everything. And in my opinion, this is just me. Well, not just me. I think everybody. I think some people probably will do it sometimes. I don't ever put my name behind a business that I don't believe in. Now, if something happens to the business, you know what? I can't per se what's going to happen. All I can tell you is I believed in the business. I believed in the people in it. I believed in the Facebook group. I believe in the CEOs. Powell Systems is the most rocket solid business I've seen since I've been in online business, to be perfectly honest. Now, I made more money with other things because I stayed focused at other things while I had Properly Systems as the backbone business. How I make my landing page, sales pages, things of that nature. Y'all, I can tell you, everything I just told you is the answer. Okay? And that's going to end this video, y'all. Appreciate it.